Ever wonder what it was like to be on Earth before it was touched by human hands? In this week's video, we're taking you to one of the least visited national parks in the lower 48.
We're Daniella and Jalen, and we've been traveling North America full-time for over a year now in our self-converted dream home on wheels, Grumpy the school bus. On this channel, we take you along the journey with us and our 3 cats, so be sure to hop on the bus for breathtaking views, incredible eats, and all the wonderful people we meet along the way.
Last night we stayed right outside of the north entrance of Big Bend National Park. This will be our 3rd national park, and I'm stoked. There's actually a lot to do here, but I think that's the overwhelming part. We only have 2 days, the weekend, to really enjoy it here. So we know we want to do some kind of hike. We know we want to go to the springs, but other than that, we don't know exactly what we're doing. So
we're headed to Big Bend. We're about an hour and a half outside, and I'm super excited. This is going to be our 3rd national park. We just finished caravanning with our friends for the past month. We just left them, and we needed something to look forward to, so this is it. Let's hit the road. To the sign. We're still like an hour away though. Oh, should I pull up? Little girl, you visited Big Bend? Wow. That's so exciting.
after finally making it to our 3rd national park, I think it was rightfully so that we get our National Parks Pass. America the Beautiful. It feels very official, and I hope to make it to more of them now that we have it.
We're inside Big Bend, and this place is huge. It took us about an hour just to get to the visitor center. So now that we're here, we're gonna take a little peek at the things we've been recommended and then go inside the visitor center and see what they have to say, as well as seeing about getting a campground for the next couple nights.
Camping is booked up. We should have known better. So we have literally just the rest of the day to try to make this all make sense before we have to head back out again. Really sucks. We're gonna go to the Rio Grande. We're gonna go to Mexico today. We're gonna go to some hot springs. Let's get it on the road.
Going to Mexico for lunch. We love to do this thing where we briefly cross a border for lunch. We did this in Canada as well.
Go watch that video.
We're headed to Mexico by foot. Just kidding.
We're headed to Mexico. I think we're both pretty hangry.
This is the second time we haven't got a stamp going into another country. I'm very upset about it.
Anyone else do a happy dance when they're eating good food? So I think we've done Mexico.
Yep, done Mexico, just like that.
Walked around this little town. We got some tacos. Let's go back to America.
Let's get back to America. Oh man, well that was great. You know what, I feel well rested too.
Wow.
Feels like I just took a nap. Yeah, I've got my swim shorts on. We should go for a swim.
I think we should get in the river.
Let's do it.
I hope we don't climb to the top of that. We're going down, so should be an easy hike. When I was in Morocco, we went to a place that was like this. It had water and these huge mountains, and then there were mountain goats just like climbing up the side. It was really cool, and I just got this, once we stepped right here, I just got this like, I don't know, deja vu feeling. It's really shallow, yeah? Honestly, that felt amazing. As you were laying, you could feel your body temperature coming down. It's been so hot today, but I'm still hot. Like, it wasn't even that. It was refreshing, but it wasn't super cooling. So happy every time we go in a body of water. Always regret if we don't. And look at this. Stunning.
We found another thing to do before the end of the day, so the day is not over yet. We're gonna ride our bikes down to the hot springs. It's about a mile bike ride down, and it's giving off White Sands vibes. Like, it really is. Everything is just coated in this white powder. It's pretty crazy. But let's get on this bike ride and see what these hot springs are all about.
cool that this is just something naturally forming and
it's like
available for people to come to.
It is fun.
That's gonna be it for today, you guys. We got into Rio Grande, we walked to Mexico, and what else did we do?
And we met someone who suggested a campground that they're at outside of the park because all the camping in the park is filled up for the weekend. So we're gonna head to Terralingua. It's a little ghost town outside of Big Bend, and spend the night here and come on back tomorrow.
Peace.
Feelings ass. So dirty.
I pooped.
I pooped myself. Gotta go home now.
Looks like you're drinking pasta or something.
Drink marinara sauce. Good morning. It is Sunday and day 2 of our Big Bend adventure. We just had some breakfast and I made a smoothie. And I think we're gonna head out soon to go back to the park. Last night we stayed at an RV park in Terralingua nearby. It was like 30 minutes outside of the park. Something cool about when you need to stay at an RV park, if you're not necessarily doing it to relax and reset, is we're fully contained. We don't need water, we don't need electric from anyone, so we're able to stay in a spot that's not meant for an RV. Maybe it's meant for like a tent camper, but it's a bit cheaper and it's a good way to save a little money if you just have to go to an RV park and you're not looking for the amenities. Are you ready for day 2's adventure? It's gonna be 92 degrees today. So we're going to try to get in some water, we're going to try to keep these cats cool in the bus, and enjoy our last day at Big Bend. Jalen and I have been getting headaches, so we just took some preemptive ibuprofen, and we are packing to do the Chisos Basin Trail. We're not doing the crazy 10 or 12 mile ones, we're doing the 2.2, which is called, it's on Jalen's phone. We're doing the 2.2 mile trail, which I'll tell you the name later, and yeah, we're gonna ride our e-bikes. It's about 6 miles from here to the trailhead, and you can't take an RV over 24 feet on the next 6 miles. So we're leaving the bus here, we're gonna hop on our e-bikes, so glad we have them, and go do some exploring today. First stop in Big Bend, day number 2.
We have put down all of our reflectix over all the windows, turned all the fans on, and our purifier to hopefully keep it cool inside the bus while we're gone. This is, I think, the hottest day we've been in the bus since we got it. 92 degrees, dry Texas weather.
With no relief of shade.
So yeah, totally. So it's gonna be a rough one, but I think the cats will be all right. We're gonna keep it cool in there for them, and we have a nice 6 mile bike ride ahead of us, and I'm stoked. This is one of my favorite things to do now that we have bikes, is to ride them. So let's burn.
So beautiful!
I don't know, I'll let this car go. why I didn't think about factoring in the bike ride. I was like, oh, it's e-bikes, it'll be easy. 12 miles, but it has been uphill the whole time so far. I'm trying not to use too much battery because I started at 50. So my legs are gonna be killing me. 6 mile bike ride there, 2.5 mile hike, 6 mile bike ride back. That's all I gotta say.
That's the second time I've got you dropping that shit on camera.
It's heavy and the bags and everything.
Oh my god. You got this.
My bike doesn't do well in like any sort of unevenness.
Wow, he's really cute. We decided it was lunchtime.
So today the cobbler is cherry cobbler and a soup.
We are doing the Basin Trail Loop right now. It's 2 miles. Shouldn't be too crazy, which is nice because I have this tight feeling in my calf right here from biking uphill for 6 miles. But the scenery is gorgeous. I definitely want to see another road runner, so let's get hiking. We're probably about halfway. It's not too bad. Little up, little down.
Chit-chatting with some people on the way.
Yeah. And we're going the right way, which always feels good.
And the first half was all up, so the second half will be all down, which is really nice.
Same for our bike ride. It was all up, so it's going to be a breeze to get back down. It was so nice. We actually met some people who had the same e-bikes as us and let us use their charger.
I went down to 8%.
8%. She's now up to 25, so we'll at least get back down the hill.
It's been so cool. I'm so glad we came over to the basin just to see this forested area of the park.
It's definitely a different environment.
It's like one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. It's stunning.
It's definitely top 1 out of 3
National
parks
park
that we've been to.
It's inspiring me to go to more.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Alright, we'll see you at the bottom.
See you at the bottom. See your beans at the bottom. Wait, okay, we'll pull this. Yeah. The ride back was awesome, at least for me. A little bit terrifying. I pushed it to 40 miles an hour on my bike downhill, and it felt really good. It reminded me what it would be like if I had a motorcycle. I didn't realize it on the way up, but on the way back down, we realized that it is easily 10 or 15 degrees hotter down here than it is at the top of the basin. And Daniella's bike has 9% left on it.
It went down to 0.
Went down to 0 at one point, kind of came back up, but I'm glad that she made it back. That's probably the closest to 0 it's ever been since we got them. And it does not get fun to ride them once you realize you only have so much left to go.
No, they're like 90 pounds.
But it was all downhill on the way back, which was just phenomenal to watch the basin kind of open up and you just are like free. Yeah, it's really cool.
We've only got about 2 things left to do in this park before the day is over. We're going on the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive over to Santa Elena Canyon, and we're hoping to get in the Rio Grande one more time before we head out of the park. We are going to be feeling it tomorrow. My legs are already like wobbly, but I know tomorrow I'm going to be so beat.
Feeling so beat. feeling so beat right now. It was about an hour drive out here. The canyon is stunning. We still have to go on this hike. I can't wait to get in some water, but the thought of driving an hour plus back out to the nearest campground sounds exhausting. So we're gonna see if there's anything available last minute in the park. Really hoping we don't have to drive back. The drive was insane, like up the side of a cliff. So it's not gonna be fun in the dark. I'm bringing my handpan on the hike because it's our last hike in Big Bend, and we'll see how this goes. It's my first time hiking with the handpan. I hope there's a spot I can sit and play a little bit.
It's literally like concrete. It's such a weird consistency. That went all the way up to my fucking almost my knee. Well, that's all, folks. 2 days in the national park, and I think we've seen most that we want to see without doing some really wild stuff. I think if we ever came back, some of the things that we'd want to do is go off, like a little off-gridding with like a UTV or something on some of the more intense trails, and maybe even do some kayaking down the river, because that's another thing you can do that we are definitely not prepared for. But this has been a great trip. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, you didn't let me talk.
Go ahead.
Although we didn't get in the river because it was like quicksand,
It's
sinking
mushy.
you in, super mushy. It has been so beautiful to watch the sun go down in this area. We saw some cows in the golden hour light, played the handpan for a bit, and just really got to embrace being in nature, in earth, which is so wonderful after spending so much time in Austin.
Yeah, I think it's really cool to be in a place that feels so unworldly. It feels like it's not even Earth. It feels like Mars or something, and it's really cool to know.
Earth. It's like pure Earth.
Yeah, pure
Untouched
Earth, untouched. They literally drug a road through the center, and then that's all they did. They didn't touch anything. So
yeah, it's amazing.
It's really awesome.
Alright, we hope to see you guys next week. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more of our journey through the U.S. and into Baja coming up soon.
And definitely make sure to subscribe, because we're headed to Baja and it's going to be a load of fun. You're not going to want to miss it.
See you soon.
Peace.
It's amazing because there's cows back there.